debut since the lunch break.
Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Monday edition of the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthew. As you're going to love to call me the Elegbete One Sports. How on a day? How your weekend? How everything go for your side? What's going on? What's happening? It's every club that you support. How did they perform? David De Gea was the Iron Man, the Spider-Man, Captain America, and Doctor Strange in all in one as he stood between Thanos, AC Milan, and the Infinity Stone Fiorentina. Gave them a 2-1 win in that game as he saved 2 penalties. Well, Juventus can find a win. FC Barcelona do not know how to lose again after losing those 2 games. They back in their winning ways. Tottenham Hotspur beat Manchester United 3-0, and everybody say, oh, they are back. They are going to run for the title. But I knew that a shitty club is a shitty club. There's nothing you can do about it. Yes, they're a shitty club. They can handle pressure. And after going to goal up, wasn't there. Well, Nicholas Jackson is under another type of pressure, but this time around, not from John Mikel Obi, as they said that there's video evidence that he slapped an opposition player, and for that reason, he's under probe. Well, for Arsenal fans, be happy and be sad at the same time. Kai Havertz have a knee injury, will not be going for the international break, so the 12 days of waiting will be enough for the doctors to check him and figure out how to fix him up. But then Arsenal, for the goods, they came off, Champions League weekend, midweek, and then off to a flying start to beat Paris Saint-Germain 2-0 in the Champions League to get their first win of the Champions League this season. But then over the weekend, it looked like a game that was, it was a dead rubber game. Arsenal's going to win this one. It's not supposed to be stressed. Well, it didn't turn out to be like that. Don't judge a book by the cover. Southampton became a bone in the neck of Arsenal that they couldn't swallow, they couldn't vomit. First half was goalless. Arsenal dominated play, but there was no penetration. It was all foreplay, no penetration, okay? But then in the second half, guess what? It was Southampton that struck when it was least expected. A good goal it was, and then that awakened the Arsenal team, and they realized that we might just lose this one. Kai Havertz went on the streak of scoring at home, and he scored again. Let's hope that he finds the form to score on the road as well. And then it was Gabriel Martinelli, who all of a sudden, is it coincidence? I don't know, but somehow Gabriel Martinelli seemed to be back in form since the exit due to injury of Martin Odegaard. Because I was doing some analysis and I was breaking it down, and I was saying that some of the ball that have been floated to the direction where he is, if Odegaard was on the field, they will cut it back for Odegaard, and Odegaard does not know how to play to the left side of his channel. So that's always been the problem. But whatever it is, Arsenal, find a third goal. Kotse Bukayo Saka, who's assisted in every Premier League game that he's played for Arsenal this season, and they went on to win. So 3-1 it was against Southampton. 12 days of break, going to the international break. Those of you who have your players being called up by the national team are fasting and praying, God, may they come back without injury. Austin Eguavon, fasted and prayed, but God did not answer his prayer. Probably he prayed at miss because his star player, his star striker, who whether comes off the bench or starting the game, is always sure to score goal. Victor Osimhen is not going to be available for the doubleheader against Libya. Take Libya for granted at your own peril. Libya can be a thorn in the flesh, a serious banana peel that can cause another derailment to the train. The thing with the Eguavon, like I said to a friend, is that he wins the 2 games, he just might get the job permanently. He loses these 2 games or probably drop points in these 2 games, and somehow, they talk again about Nigerian coaches not being good enough. He shouldn't be in the national team. They should go get a foreign aspiring coach will come again. The AGM of the NFF just ended, and the entire board gave the entire Congress, gave Ibrahim Gusso the proverbial vote of confidence, saying, Rankadede, sir, what you're doing is all correct. You are doing well. You are the best thing that's ever happened since Jesus carried cross of Calvary from Owerri to Calvary. So you should go ahead, lead us, and we will follow you. It doesn't matter whether you're leading us into abyss or leading us into that. The most important thing is lead us on your mandate. We shall stand, and that's where they stand with that one. But then in club football, Ahmed Musa, the Nigerian's all-time highest goal scorer at the FIFA World Cup with 4 goals, came back to his boyhood club, Kano Pillars, and he wasted no time at all. Could have been a hat-trick. He missed a penalty. Also, that player didn't stop it with a hand. Would have been a very good goal, running the goalkeeper and screaming the ball into the net. But then the player defended it. The Sunshine player defended it with his hand, and it was a penalty, but Ahmed Musa missed it. But that's not the story. The story was that he came back. He saw Annie Conquer as he banged in 2 goals for Kano Pillars. A wonderful return to the league. Ahmed Musa deserves some appreciation and some praises, because why so many other players struggle to come back to the league, he not only comes back, but he comes back and writes a story. This is his 3rd missionary journey in the league. Started in the league, went out, came back, and then went again. Now he's back. He's been everywhere, Russia, Leicester City, everywhere and about. But home, as they say, north, west, south, east, home is the best, and it's come back home to show that truly home is the best. Big shout out to Nigerian players who are able to go abroad and come back and fit into the system very fast. Well, there was quite a lot of games, a plethora of games all across Europe from Friday. Napoli are not letting off by any inch of the world. I don't think that they are ready to lose grip of their hold in the league, because somehow it's just something that tells me these guys might just break that talk of, they win the league and they wait for 30 years before they do anything else again. It does look to me like this is one team that is ready to go all the way. Well, yesterday Montpellier lost to Reims away from home. I watched that game because of one man, Akko Adams, and who got a yellow card in the 37th minute when they scored for unsportsmanlike conduct. But I was watching that game, and if that game had gone forever, there was no way Montpellier were going to draw or win that game. It was always going to end in a win for Reims, because the way they play, the way they control the game, especially Nakamura Kaito, marauding runs and movement within the box of Montpellier was something that is very, very difficult to stop. And the entire team, even when Teuma came in off the bench, Teddy Teuma came in off the bench for Fofana, the man that I was hoping, Yaya Fofana, I thought it was going to be very, very solid in the game, but somehow I struggled a bit. It just didn't happen. But somehow Kaito Nakamura was scoring and creating, and that's all she wrote in that game. But then one of the games that was interesting to me was seeing Paris Saint-Germain draw to Nice. It was a bit surprising. I thought that they would go to Nice and pull an easy win there, but it wasn't like that. And just because of that, Monaco leapfrog Paris Saint-Germain to the top position as they are now 19 points on the bounce. Two of them still haven't lost a game this season, but that draw was one draw too many, and Paris Saint-Germain are now in second. Marseille are still in third. Reims, by the virtue of that win over Montpellier, have gone into fourth position. I probably might be having an interview with Montpellier's Akko Adam later this week, if not this week or probably the week after. Still working on the interview with Gift Urban and a few other players who will keep knocking on these doors. Montpellier right now not in the best position, 17th on the log, log where you expect them to be up. A lot of people don't know that the French Ligue 1 actually is not a 20-team league. Okay, a lot of people don't know that. Okay, so let's just chip that one in and let you know. Okay, it's 18 teams and they are 17 on the log. As it is right now, they are embracing and romancing relegation among the 3 teams that could go down. So let's hope that they don't. Remember that in the French Ligue 1, the last 2 teams get relegated to Ligue 2 or Ligue 2, and then the 16th place team, who currently is the position is currently being occupied by Toulouse, plays a promotion playoff. Okay, so anything is possible. Say what? Anything is possible. But it's still early days. It's just 7 games played so far on the league, so nothing to worry that much about. Well, in Germany, Bayern Munich couldn't find a win against Eintracht Frankfurt. Yes, they scored 3, but 3 goals were not enough for a win. It was just good enough for a draw. On a day where, again, Harry Kane was not in the score sheet, okay? And everybody been talking about Harry Kane. He was even substituted in the 72nd minute, but then he's not scoring the goals, and that's bringing a whole lot of talking points and question mark and all that, bull-raising. But then you expect them to win in games like this, but it didn't start that easy. Kim Min-jae scored the first goal in the 15th minute for them, but then just about 7 minutes later, Mamouche was there to make sure. Omar Mamouche was there to make sure it was 1-1. And then again, Ekitike. Yes, remember this guy that I used to call Ugo Ekitike, I used to call Akwa Ibom player, made it 2-1 for the home side, Eintracht Frankfurt. And then Upamecano, I guess it was a day for the defenders anyway. Upamecano got an assist from Olise. Remember, Kim Min-jae's assist was from Thomas Muller. Got an assist from Olise in the 38th minute. That's exactly 3 minutes after Kitike made it 2-1, and it was 2-2. Then he dragged on a bit into the second half. Just at the start of the second half, Harry Kane assisted Michael Olise, an assist made from a goal made from the Premier League, assisted Michael Olise to make it 3-2. But a team that is coached by one great defender that defended in the Premier League couldn't defend well, somehow very late into the game. Mamouche again, it was the one who got this one as Dina Ebimbe, Eric Dina Ebimbe assisted him to get for Omar Mamouche to make it 3-3 in the 94th minute of added time. Very, 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 very crazy. And he got yellow carded for his celebration anyway. So sportsman-like behavior. Whatever that is, Juventus ended at home against Cagliari, playing 1-1. They are still in the top 3 at least. Got a red card, but the table in Italian Serie A, 7 games played so far, is Napoli 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Inter Milan 7 games played, 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. 16 goals scored, 9 conceded. Juventus have conceded their first goal of the season in Italy, in the Italian Serie A, conceded in Euro, but the Italian Serie A, this is their first goal that they are conceding, and it's against Cagliari. It was a tough one for them. Lazio are in 4th position. Udinese are in 5th, and AC Milan are 6th on the log. That's all she wrote. I would have thought that Napoli would be leading the line. They had better hold their breath and keep on keeping on. Yes, 5 goals considered, 14 goals scored, but it is hard to beat them. After that opening day defeat, Antonio Conte have conjured a team that is just almost impossible to beat. They won their game 3-1 on Friday. It was nice to see them. But then in the Premier League, it's a different story for different teams. Aston Villa, I expected them to win this one. They are beginning to feel the weight of playing in the Champions League midweek and coming back to play in the league. They were all over the places, really were not as efficient and effective as you would expect them. So maybe Manchester United gets a credit for picking up a point here. But then Chelsea also played a 1-1 draw at home against Nottingham Forest, who got red carded somewhere in the course of this game. Brighton, shitty Spurs. 2 goes up in the 37th minute. That's not a guarantee that anything was going to happen. First half of this game, they were 2 goals up, and everybody like, this team is the best team. But then in the second half, you take your half, I take my half. That's the situation, because in the second half, it was Brighton all over, and Welbeck chose the right time to score and kill them. Okay, 48 minutes, 58 minutes, 66 minutes. That was the time for the 3 goals that Brighton scored. They had enough time to come back into this game, but then they were busy picking up yellow card. Udogie picked up a yellow card in the 67 minutes after Welbeck scored for tripping, and what's it called? Kulusevski, one top class player that Spurs have, but good players always find a way to go to a bad club, and that shitty club again lost. So it's all there is about football in the Premier League yesterday. Some headlines are making me smile or laugh and just look at the way football is discussed in England. Some people choose this past weekend to have this conversation, this weird and I don't know whether it's ungodly or unholy conversation. They've gone from the dark art of Arsenal to now bringing this whole is Bukayo Saka a world-class player. And you know, people also raised it with me. I saw people sending me messages, a world-class player, and this is how I answered it. I don't know how you guys will see it. I like this world class. Every generation reduces the bar. It's just like WAEC. I mean, in our days, to get into university, 250 plus. These days, I hear people enter university with 100 and something. You know, you have to get 178. You can even go and get admission, go and study education, study something, end up to become a teacher. So the bars are very, very low. So anybody can just, get in now. So the standard for world-class player, Alan Shearer was not regarded as a world-class player in his day. Even though he won the league, he scored goals after goals after goals after goals. Even Ruud van Nistelrooy was not regarded as a world-class player. But right now, I've heard people call Marcus Rashford a world-class striker. Say, wait a minute. What are you saying? No. 1 season good and 10 season bad. How can you call that a world class? You know what world class is? People even argue that Harry Kane is neither here nor there. He can't play under pressure. Can't play show up in big games. So we're still the jury still out on him whether he's a world class player or not. So it's like, why are we even having this discussion? So you guys, Arsenal fans, you think that Bukayo Saka is not a world class player? Whether they lower the bar, they don't lower the bar. It's just an average player. Simple. In my opinion. Okay, yes, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not being fair to him. That's your opinion. But Bukayo Saka, world class. Come on, what are we talking about here? In that position, let's talk about some world class players in wide area. Frank Ribery, Pavel Nedved, Ian Robben, Edogu Johnson, Mark Hughes, Andrea Kaczewskis, David Beckham, Finlay George. Let's look at all of this. If you put a roll call now, if you arrange these guys in the order, would Bukayo Saka stand above anybody? The answer is no. So if you're better than Moses Simon and Samuel Chukwueze, you're not a world class player. What's wrong with you? They are still classmates now. Okay, you take first in a class full of Ogbori people. They are still going to introduce you as their classmate. Simple. You don't belong to the Mark Overmars class. You don't belong to the Wim John class. You don't belong to the class of Gareth Bale. You don't belong there. I'm not going to call Messi or Thierry Henry or Anelka. All those guys, they are too far. Yeah, people even argue that Anelka is not a world class player, but then you can't Bukayo Saka world class. What is strong in you people? Why are we discussing Bukayo Saka and world class in the same sentence? What is strong in these people? It's not even about what he's won. I don't care. Ryan Giggs is a world class player. Right? Whether he wins into Man United or not, he would still be regarded as a world-class player. He played for Wales. They didn't qualify for any tournament, okay? But that didn't change anything. That's my point. There's a world-class player. You are big some Fetamoye players say they're world-class. What's that? Well, guys, click on the like buttons and subscribe if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel. For those of you who are subscribing, thank you very much. Oshe, Modupe, Mirama, Amakobiro, God bless you. Yes, Nagode. Yes, every language of thank you, Danke. Yes, every language of thank you, I use it to say thank you to you people because it means a whole lot to me that this channel grows. There are people who think that they are trolling me. I don't understand. They're trolling me that my channel is a small picking channel. Me, okay, I reached out to some guy to, I don't want to mention their name, some guy to introduce them, to interview them, and they were like, I don't want to do interview with an upcoming YouTube channel. I felt the pain anyway. I felt it. It pained me. Okay, that's good. When your channel is big, it's up there with the big boys. we can have that. And then I also reached out to some guys to do collaboration. Like, okay, let's do some collaboration. I'm going to interview you. You can also interview me anytime you have like any conversation. I said, no. If I want to interview people in Nigeria, I'm not going to interview you. You're good. I mean, I see your work. Your work is good, but your numbers are not good. I don't want to put my brand on your brand. So it's fine. So we're talking about a whole lot of things, trying to promote some stuff. And it was just like, no. As a matter of principle, I don't want you to take it personal, but as a matter of principle and brand protection, I can only appear on YouTube channels that are like maybe 100, 200, 250, 1 million subscribers. I'm trying to grow myself. I have over 200,000 subscribers. I don't want to appear on any channel that is below my own anymore. Okay, fine. I respect that. I think that's a good position to come at me. I always like the people who come at me that way. Even though it hurts you, but it hurts you and it goes away quick because you know that, okay, the reason why, you know how, have you ever gone to that strictly by invitation party before where you get to the gate and they're like, where's your IV? You say, oh, I don't have my IV. That's the guy, they celebrate my friend. Sir, your friend didn't give you invite. You're not going to go inside. It's strictly by invitation. You know that now you put yourself for that place because you didn't have an invite and you must have heard that this party is strictly by invitation and the person consider your friendship not good enough to invite you. So you have no business being there, right? So if they don't allow you in, it's not them that insulted you, it's you that insulted yourself. So to me, that's why I see it. And you just, you feel hot. It's in pay me, or you move on. But then the one where the person tells you, and I've had a lot of that, okay, don't worry, we'll do it. They start stringing you back and front, like Sunday Umba, stringing you along. Yeah, we will do it today. Oh, I'm in Jos. Oh, when I get to Abuja, they do it for me. I mean, I've chased an interview for 11 years before. I've chased an interview for 7 years. I've chased an interview for 8 years. It's hard, but I just feel like it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't take such a long time to chase people for interview. But then I also kind of understand that some people think that stringing you along is a lot more diplomatic, like you will get the hint and you would quit. Me quit? No, nah. If you not tell me where you're at, I'm not gonna quit. I am standing by your window, my lord. I be Mad Melon, Captain Black, I'm Mad Melon. I go come out for your window. I go worry you until you go frustrate. You're like, sure, let's even just do this thing, safe. Let's even just do this thing. That's who I am. Okay, I don't know how to quit because I'm the backup plan. I'm everybody's backup plan. I'm the guy they call when there's problem. So I can't quit. How do I quit when I have a lot of people depending on me? I can't quit because quitting means accepting that, okay, you know what, I can fail and then just quit. So I don't know how to quit. That's just the thing. So we really need to push this channel. Some of the people, some ask, when will you interview Okosha? When will you interview this person? Amunike, go and interview Amunike. Listen, I want to interview them like today. But some of them, my number does not, 16,000, what's the number again? 16,429. It's not qualified in their own space. They want to see you. Okay, so let me give you guys one very good example. Let me read this message for you. So I got a distributor. Yeah, I got a distributor. I'm not supposed to read this thing in public, but I'm just going to show you an example of why certain things happen the way they happen. And okay, so I got a very senior boss to help distribute some of my content because I think that the quality of my content are good. They are good enough to be on TV across the globe. And I consulted somebody who works with FIFA, who's got high connections, and I've known him like all my life. And I reached out to him. I said, look, take this content, please help me. I need distribution in Super Sports and DSTV from South Africa. From Nigeria, it's not going to work. And also other pay TVs and other platforms. And this is what he said. I did audio of my show, audio reel and video reels and all that. So this is what he sent me. Say, hey, great content. Some updates. DSTV still slow, but following up this week. Audio radio project on track, awaiting budget approval. They like the audio you shared, also shared some of the videos. They think the quality is great and wondered why not enough traffic on YouTube. You see, there's always that, okay, but this is great now. Why should I? Oh. I told them because we didn't promote them. Streaming group are 1 month away from kickoff. They like all the content. We gave them the same offer as DSTV, which they will review. Good thing is that I will be involved in the project management. Okay, so I'm just This is supposed to be an internal memo, like internal conversation between me and somebody who's like, okay, my content marketer, right? But I'm just showing you the kind of difficulties that you face, the kind of questions they ask in those, what I call it, boardrooms now, in those rooms. Because when you enter into those rooms, the questions change, the conversations change, and you're like, oh, okay, so does this really matter? It does. And I'm saying this because of those of you who always reach out to me to say, does it really matter that you don't have all those numbers? It does. It actually does, and it's important. So there's people asking me, what can we do to support you? Sometimes it's not money. As much as I like money, so forget about it. In this business, you need money every day to pay for data, to pay for light, to travel, to go do content, to go shoot these big legendary interviews, and hopefully that you will buy some very expensive pricey wine or whiskey or brandy for the person that you're going to interview and say thank you. Or sometimes Christmas time, start sending out hampers and gift pack to go give the people you interview. That's the way it works. So you need money. Okay, that's why I'm hoping that one day my numbers will really grow well, my membership will also grow very well. But having said all of that, people would, when you send people that you want to interview them, they'll tell you, send me the link to your YouTube channel. You can ask me, what platform is the interview going to air? Okay, you tell them, so send me your link. And then they're very excited. By the time you send them the link, they go check your numbers. This one will use me as a test subject. They start dribbling you. So please, guys, best way, if you can, like anyhow you can push the channel, push it as best as you can for us. We would eventually get there. But having said that, let's come back to all of the topic. Let's look at some of the headlines that were running in the UK. I like the Daily Mail because they are very sarcastic, are very crazy with their header sometimes. Breaking news: Man United lining up Thomas Tuchel to replace Erik ten Hag with their other candidate already attached to club, as report emerge on the eve of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's big meeting. Where is Bobby? Bobby, come. I told you before my birthday, this coach will be gone. This spear-headed coach will be gone. Be gone. How does Pastor Chris Yakilemedi? Be gone, Satan. Be gone. The pet Satan. Be gone. Pastor Chris get levels. Yeah. Be gone. Pastor Chris, how you do like this? I never really talk to devil. How you talk to? Yeah, even your papa will be pastor before. Yakilemedi, the Assemblies of God one. If they do aggressively. Hey, oh devil, be gone. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's talk about pastor. Pastor matter we talk. I mean, one Nick on pool. Tell me make a shut up on Twitter. We shall meet. Jamie Carragher hits out at Everton for brutally mocking Anthony Gordon after former star misses penalty in goalless draw with Newcastle. Now, this is the part that I don't understand. Caradona, am I supposed to be nice to and this thing that they are doing? This is what we keep football. This thing, they're trying to gradually move football from Ajegule to Banana Island. I want to go keep football with this. So I just bought a PlayStation that they play football and for ghetto people. And in the ghetto, life is not easy for we. And you suppose know, Carragher, we don't speak good English. You know. So I don't understand somebody miss penalty in a game for a team where they struggle with Mocha, you call the black. What do they blast for? Are you crazy? And what has Jamie Carragher, a Liverpool player, why is he having opinion on Everton matter? They tell me, what is your business with that? According to my daughter, what's your business with that? Mind your business. Why can't you leave people business and mind your own? Leave people business and mind your own. Leave people business and mind your. Talking about Carragher's own Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool. Yes, 12 years of slavery, right? It's 12 days of the international break. One of the things that we should remember is the Liverpool goalkeeper is injured now. Okay, they said they have good team. They struggled. They won 1-0. Thiago Jota's goal made it 1-0 for them. But that game could have gone either ways. It's just that when I watch Crystal Palace, that's the most boring game I've seen this season. That game was boring, horribly boring. I mean, I could snore and come back and it was still like that. I could go for 10 years and there was not going to be another goal in that game. Okay, so Chris Wheeler wrote this. He said, not even Man United boss Erik ten Hag seems convinced by the players from his £616.9 million spending spree after his team selection at Aston Villa cast an unfavorable light on his recruitment. it's not. Yeah, I mean, Zexi can't even. Why is he playing like somebody with big brocos? What's it called? Rashford reminds me of the final days of Andra Ashavin. He's interested, he's not interested. He's got talent, he's got skills, he's got potential, he's got speed, everything you require. Even Garnacho, it's not becoming like them. Bible say, be ye separated from among them. Don't be unequally yoked with bad people. His yoke with them is gone to play with the sons of the Amalekites. And now he's not playing like the Amalekites. Oh God, Garnacho. Return back to your first love. Is this how you want to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo? Oh, Ghana, because what the Well, Pogba is back is the talk. Pogba is in talks with Juventus over any contract after his doping ban was reduced, with the former Man United star eager to keep playing from March next year. What? So people have asked me a question about Pogba. What happened? Why did the 4 years ban now end in 14 months? Well, this is what really happened, okay? In case you don't know, for those of you who don't know, this is what really happened. It's not as if, when people talk this thing like, it's a drug addict, it's a doping. No. See, the thing about most of these drugs and human bodies, so let me give you a very vintage example. And I could bring that message home from my own house. Honey is a natural product. I used to think that natural product, nobody's allergic to natural. It's like hearing that somebody's allergic to water. What's wrong with you? Are you from the desert? Are you a dust? Right? But my wife is allergic to honey. My wife takes honey here. We are going to the hospital. We are going to spend some big money. If you give her honey, put tea or anything, parfait, anything that have honey in it, cake, you put honey in it, that woman is going to the hospital. She go swell up like Blockman, like Incredible Hulk. Many things will happen. Many things they happen. They need to flush her system, right? That's honey. Honey is supposed to be natural, right? Even the one way be natural, not be the one that mix. The one way come out for way be shit, squeeze come out. It's like that. That's how. And the same thing with some drugs. When you take some drugs, some proper vitamins, they react in certain ways. So it was banned for taking a drug that has shown to increase growth hormones. The problem, though, the far point in that ban for Pogba, and I said it at the beginning when it was banned, is that men's hormones don't grow from that drug. It is proven beyond all reasonable doubt that only women, it only affects women. So why are you banning Pogba? So he's for his innocence. But because of all of the drama surrounding him, witchcraft, voodoo, his brother, everybody, people like that, person way they weren't born before, come pour for everybody just take the gist. Nobody take, like I always say in this station, we don't do breaking news. It's not important. Breaking news is overrated. Is a need to tell a story that you're not in control of. At the end of the day, you will not come back and be apologize. Oh, we're sorry for that story that we broke. It's not the truth. It's not everything. We found out that we were wrong. I don't want to be that. I hate to say apologies. My mom would say, make sure you do the things that will make you not to say you are sorry. I always remember that. Do the things right so that you don't have to say you are sorry. And it didn't make sense to me back in the day, but currently it does make a lot of sense, massive sense to me. So that's the way it is. It is the way it is. Like Tupac would say, it is the way it is. This will never be the same. So that's the situation now. But Juventus are saying, this box does not have any space for you. Any more room for me in those jeans? They say, no. Genuine, your time have passed. Now it's Chris Brown that we're playing. We don't want no room for you again. There's no room for you in these jeans. Right now, juices, that's what we're doing. So, to the left, go to the other side, okay? That's what they'll do with him. But the good thing, at 30-something years of age, he could still play somewhere. He could still go find another club to play if they get this understanding and they terminate his contract and, they set him free. They don't put any attachment to it, no termination without prejudice. Then everybody go their separate ways. He could go somewhere and go play and still have fun. Maybe not top flight football, but man, somebody asked me, would you take Pogba in Arsenal? I say yes. Like with two hand and leg, we took Sterling. Now, come on, what are you saying? We took Sterling. Sterling there today, so Sterling better pass Pogba. Thomas Partey is not better than Pogba. More to be honest. Like, I mean, let's look at some very key elements of football. Is Thomas Partey better than he's playing for us now? I like the fact that Arsenal have transitioned from our backup players, Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe. Eddie Nketiah, that's the biggest body. Come on to me, you that are labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. God gave us rest. Take all those Holocaust players away from us. But I mean, if you're going to give me Pogba, I'll grab it with both hands. So both hands. So I'm on the window talking to Edu. Put your eye there. Put your eye there. There's a free player about to free space. Put your eye there. Bring him in into that midfield. Let him come and be giving us those Hollywood passes. Because sometimes when we're playing against some opposition, what is the difference? Is that somebody that will give us the Hollywood pass? But I don't know if Mikel Shotman Arteta would want to coach him. But then if you're an Arsenal fan, what do you think? Is there something that you would like to see Pogba play for Arsenal, or anything that you support? Would you want to see Pogba there? That's just a question that I ask. And is Bukayo Saka world-class player? How soon will Erik ten Hag be fired? That's the question that I want you guys to help me answer. And let me just throw this one out there. Let's also talk about it. Antonio Conte. Is he going to win the title with Napoli? Remember, he came to Spurs and he ended up with a rant. Ange Postecoglou, yeah, came in from the Kangaroos country after coaching in Scotland, winning title. And at the beginning of the season, he bragged, say, you always win in the second season. Well, that winning is not even the league title, because there's no way Spurs. Well, we're alive, Spurs. No. The war will end, and in another world, another team, San Antonio Spurs will win titles, not Tottenham Hotspur. No, they're not for titles. But my question is, two teams that we may not see in our lifetime win a title. Newcastle United, that one, they will soon start battling relegation. And then Tottenham Hotspur. But Newcastle is still better than Tottenham Hotspur a bit. Newcastle played in that of FA Cup finals and lost to Man United or Man City, and then lost to Arsenal when Arsenal won the double in 97-98 season. They show some character. Spurs the FA Cup finals for who's supposed to be in the FA Cup finals. But you look at them. Newcastle are the only club that got a sugar daddy that did not have money back, that did not pay money. Okay, even Chelsea, their sugar daddy, they are fighting, but they are paying money. That's Chelsea are doing threesome and foursome with their owners. But whatever it is, let's look at all of those talking points. It's your turn to bring it in. Apart from your review of what happened on the weekend, how the weekend went down, and everything. What do you think? Is Bukayo Saka a world-class player? By what metrics are you going to say he is, or by he is not? Erik ten Hag is still going to be on the job till my birthday, which is December 26th. It's just 2 months away. He could start the job, he could handle the job. I know that some wishes and wizard like Henry Moru by Lanyako would like Erik ten Hag to be there till the next 10 years. But you know what? There's a level where your enemy will suffer to you. Said, no, God, let the suffer end, please. I don't want to be seeing suffering. Rather make a see success. So too much suffering around me very soon can affect you. Some people want. We'll talk about Pogba. Arsenal fans, would you want Pogba in your team or any other team at all? Would you want Pogba if he comes out and is free by March next year? The run into the season, the end of the season. Would you want an extra force like Pogba to be available on your team? Even if you don't sign in March, let's say we wait to the end of the season next summer. Will Pogba be a top pick for your team? I'm looking at Real Madrid even and saying that Real Madrid could just need a Pogba in that team to kickstart the Mbappe, Menas and all that. A flick of 2-3 years contract could just change something. I don't know, but I'm asking you your opinion, your take on this one would be nice, and I'm hoping to read a lot from you people. Don't forget that later you can also watch me and the guys, yes, and views from the stand where we give our own take on things that happen. Unfortunately, Sir Bobby Ratcliffe, Bobby Ray, Ukaigwe Ratcliffe of the Ineos investment is not going to be available today. He's been called to come and join the Manchester United board for an emergency meeting to discuss the way forward. And for him, because they say on the board, what you don't know that is Bobby Ray is part of the Manchester United hierarchy. He's one of the members who is backing Erik ten Hag. If he was in the Nigerian FA now, they will say he's one of those that the coach is sharing salary with. So let's just put it that Bobby one of the people who's collecting salary, collecting Alawi kickback from Eric Ten Hag, that's making him not to ever see anything bad. He's going to be, by that time, we're supposed to be shooting by 1 o'clock. He's going to be in a meeting with the Ineos people. Big boy. You know, you could show up wearing face cap, drinking, you know, forming like nice guy, but it's a big boy. One of the big pillar that supports this project. Yeah, so it will not be available, but it doesn't mean Habib will come down heavily on him. When he watch the video, he will know that Habib is a small boy with thunder in his tongue. Yeah, he's got fire in his eyes. Well, let me go to your comment section and start running it from top to bottom. Everyone says, great weekend of football. Eric Ten Hag keeps marching forward. Trust the process, guys. Lucky Ogali, my brother. He said, good morning, Elegbete and the family. It was a great weekend for football. Shawali Babajide says, all the way from Taraba in the farm. He said, Baba, good morning. We have gathered together. Oh, I greet every member of this family. Premier League table is gradually taking shape. After the international week, Arsenal will take the top of the table. Really? Seriously? You think that's going to happen? I don't want Arsenal to even be on top of the table until the month of May. I don't want to say Arsenal on top of the table because being Arsenal is an easy team to knock off the table. So they should just be close. 1 point, 2 points, they should just be close to whoever is on top. And then to that final week, that final 2 weeks of the season, they should negotiate their way. I don't want Arsenal being on top now. I don't know about you guys anyway, but that's what I say. And Babajide, please greet all our Fulani friends that are watching this video with you over there in the north. Thank you very much. Nagode, yeah, that's the word. That's the right word, right? Sanu. Let me not go too far before I insult my entire lineage. But Nagode, I know that one is Nagode Yesu. Nagode says so. Yeah, I've heard that before. So, and I think it's correct. Tell them thank you. I say thank you very much, and God bless you, all of you. Demola Ben Ibrahim, member. Demola. I love you. You know, you my guy. You my. So on this space, I think Demola Abiodun Ibrahim is the oldest friend that I have. He's a kiddo, but the longest guy. Yeah, we used to fight when I was in Brilla. He used to argue blindly, bring up nonsense opinion on my shows. Like, what is wrong with this boy? We used to fight too. Many people that have become friends with started out with fights. Like, we fight. Guys, click on the like button. What's going on? It's Monday. You see me in business suit. You know, they won't treat me like a businessman. When I click on the like button now, what they do now? Say, well, let's go back to Demola Abiodun Ibrahim. He said my weekend was high on the Arsenal side, but low on Remo Star's side. Remo will bounce back and go back to the top. I love you, man. So all over you say, when would ETH find is right to throw in the towel? No, they don't throw in the towel again. No, you better they resign. No. You think it's Finidi George? No, nah. You don't want them to pay him the Osusu. Now the Osusu coach for now. They're not interested in anything to career away. Now that money, but according to my house people, now they hold down. Guy, don't be doing like this now. But what's wrong with you? You have been too far in the Taraba bush that you don't understand what they do in the city anymore. Guys, the money, show me my money, give me my money, the money that matters. They say I should do that trend with my children. I said no. I'll put my children on trend. We just talk, natural talk. I'll put my children on the trend. They will search that trend now. They'll look at my see my children for them. Nah, talk, come on, get out of this place. Put them in their normal element. I don't want an unnecessary pressure on my kids. He will take them to the bottom of the table. He's going there. They are going to the bottomless pit, the abyss. They are going to the abyss. Abyss is where they are going. As it is right now, Man United are headed for the abyss. You know, the other day, I said they were caught in the middle. They were the same point from top position and bottom position. And Bobby was smiling. Like in the 2 weeks, they will show me what stuff they are made of. Boom! I thought that must be the 3-0. Say, no, they will bounce back. They will bounce back with Porto. They will start. Now, God sent Maguire. And God raised the Maguire to save them. In the last 5 games, Man United have won only one in the league. 2 defeats, 2 draws. And they will come back for international break. Now they will lose a game. Man United, as we speak, are on -3 goals. -3 goals. And somebody says their formation, that 2 win, 2 2 draws, 3 defeats. Hey, Man United. No way, Man United. Before, if your club they go play for Old Trafford or Man United they come visit you, they get high blood pressure. You fear to watch the match because when that thing in the scripture that says when the enemy comes like a mighty rushing wind, the spirit of the Lord will raise a standard against them. Just imagine say the spirit of the Lord not on your side. Oh, but now tsunami now that tsunami just start now. That tsunami and hurricane and erosion and avalanche they start. You're gone. You're gone now, right? So now Man United, everybody like I bet Man United can play also. Want to play Man U? Want to play Man United? Man United, maybe this one where everybody they talk about. So 1 win in 5, 2 win in 7. Now wow, now wow. Man United now what for now? But Brentford just I don't know what I see this weekend. Though. I was just there. It was just in the day. Okay, Man United are suffering somewhere on the league table. If you look at the league table, you just know that Man United are not meant to be in the Premier League. They should just relegate. Let us have peace. They are in 14th now. They've got 8 points. They are 7 points above the last team on the log, Wolves. They should lose like their next 5 games consecutively. 5 consecutive defeats. And then they should sit at the base of the table. Because sometimes you have to go down. Bible said that except a seed of grain fall down and dies. Yes, that's why Mountain of Fire just take that and say, fall down and dies. It will not grow. So Man United need to fall down and die. And then they can grow and become something tangible, productive in the global echelon of world football. But they're still making money. They're one of the profitable business in the world. Well, let's move on. So I will say I see Starboy as a B+ player. In case you don't know, that's Bukayo Saka. Demola Abiodun Ibrahim say, I said it that Odegaard injury might be a blessing for Nelly, and is just like that. Merino and Calafiori would also help Nelly a lot, even if Odegaard is back. I hope so. This Merino is not looking like what we think. It's not looking like it, but let's give it time. We would find out. Man, Jorginho since I play ball. Jorginho guys since I play ball is Shukuli forward. Shukuli just that the Arsenal forward are not doing well. Next summer, players that must go. Tomiyasu must go. Zinchenko, thank you very much for your good work, but we're done. Gabriel Jesus, take your Jesus anointing somewhere else. This Jesus is the fake one. This is Jesus of Oyingbo. Find your way and get out of this club. Jacob Kivior. We still need that there, but if he doesn't do well, you can go. Okay, all of those players should go. What's it called? I said okay. I think I read that one. So I said Thomas Rosicky was a better player to Saka far, and they're not been made now. What's that? There's Rosicky there for them. Robert Perez level now. Tosi Adebambo says my own is comparing Bukayo. That is well tested years in and years out to Yamal and Cole Palmer. Bukayo is a great player, not world class. But this your write up now. I'm struggling to understand. Are you trying to say that Bukayo Saka is better than Yamal? Because that one go hard me to tackle. But Lamine Yamal take away his performance from Spain, they don't win the Euros. Bukayo Saka played in 2 Euros. Played with England to the finals of 2 Euros and not win out. My brother. Emmanuel Amunike was playing for Zamalek. Zamalek played only 1 game in the African Cup of Nations in 1994 in the finals. Scored 2 goals and he won African Footballer of the Year. Reason. And then he went on to the World Cup, also scored against Italy, and then he was African Footballer of the Year. Listen, a big game performance give you like, it's like when you do FPL and then you get what's that thing that you use with bonuses, right? Bonus, you triple captain or double captain your captain, and then the person goes on to score hat-trick or score 5 goals in the game. You know that the points would shoot through the roof. That's the way it is. When you are a quality player, look at Thierry Henry. People still have that Indian sign over him. Like, I've seen people genuinely compare Drogba with Thierry Henry, which is like, it is preposterous. It is ridiculous to think about it. Reality. Well, if you really follow football. But if you want to follow stats and the Bantam boys, they have a reason. Because in the big games, Thierry Henry disappears. the big games, not like big games or not in the finals. That's what I mean. Thierry Henry played 9 finals in his life, scored only 1 goal, and he was one of the worst finals, like the Confederations Cup. And the goal saved, the ball just wobbled on him, hit him, and entered the net. Every other finals, I can't remember him scoring any other final. Played in finals for Arsenal in the Champions League against a dying Barcelona side. Couldn't score. Had the chances and was wasting them. So you look at that, and that even said it recently, that's a snag. It still hurts him to this very day. Did he go on to win the Champions League with Barcelona? Of course he did. Did he go on to win the World Cup, won the Euros, won everything that is winnable, the Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, the English FA Cup, everything. But you see that not playing the big performance. Drogba did not win highest goal scorer back to back. Drogba did not assist 20 goals. Drogba does not have Thierry Henry statistics. He can't even touch the hem of his garment. But you see those, is it 10 finals that Drogba played and he performed in 9? Damn, that's what they call the equalizer from downtown. That's when you win with the buzzer beater from downtown. Like, yeah, you do it and it happens. Okay, that's just what it is. What it is. But I mean, Bukayo Saka, come on, let's be very in the world class. This is all world class talk. Is Bukayo Saka in the league of RvN? No. Frank Ribery? No. Pablo Nedved? No. Olafat says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. It was a good weekend, as we've seen. Are you saying that there's no Man United fan in this place? Because if you say good weekend, where are the Tottenham Hotspur fans? Where are those fans of Bayern? Okay, that Eric Ten Hag job was saved, and now Manchester United fans can just trust the process. Which process? There's no process to trust. So that process meat is not good for you. Yeah, Zamola Belly Brian says Saka is not world class. Agreed, but saying Yamal and Palmer are ahead of him, I no go agree for that. Okay, so let's break it down a bit. Lamine Yamal, I've had just two seasons, breakout season. Bukayo Saka have been around for a while. Can you name any season that Bukayo Saka have impacted the way Cole Palmer impacted Chelsea last season? Remember, Cole Palmer played in one of the worst Chelsea teams that we have seen in the last 20 years. Still scoring over 20 goals. This season he started again. He's not the leading man in the team, but he's the second highest goal scorer currently as we speak. Listen, if you take away the veil of sentiment from your eyes, if 2 players are remaining, that is the only 2 players that are remaining in the market right now to buy for your club. Cole Palmer and Bukayo Saka, who will you buy? Just those 2. Who would you buy? If a Lamine Yamal agrees to leave Barcelona and come to Arsenal, Bukayo Saka and Lamine Yamal, who will start? Let that part of the conversation sink in. Once you allow it to sink in, you know that Bukayo Saka is not their level. The way they take past Bukayo Saka, the longevity of Methuselah have nothing on the wisdom of King Solomon. Then let's let that one percolate, let that one cook a bit while we're talking about other things. Just let that one cook. Think about that, because it's not something you rush to respond to. Just think about, like, process it in your head and think, okay, if Lamine Yamal come to this Arsenal, Bukayo Saka and Lamine Yamal, who will start? Because they're playing exactly the same position. You will not, if Arteta goes to discuss with Lamine Yamal and say, I want to sign you, all the players always say Arteta always call them. And they ask him, say, God, will you play me ahead of Bukayo Saka, or I will sit on the bench? What would Arteta tell him? That you are here to come and be back up to Bukayo Saka? Are you joking? First of all, this nigga play for FC Barcelona. Like 2 million miles ahead of Arsenal. In their terrible state, in their dying state, in their next to finish state, million miles ahead of Arsenal. When he walks out into that stadium, Bukayo Saka with the struggle far away. Have you thought about that? Oh, go out to play. We played against Atalanta. Bukayo Saka was playing like somebody who have pie. Who shit the cash? Let's not talk about this thing. Like, you can't even convince me. Like, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. Like, born into it. But I pick Cole Palmer every day. The versatility, the options that Cole Palmer gives you, Bukayo Saka doesn't. Because Cole Palmer can play in that wide area and deliver. Bukayo Saka cannot play through the middle if his life depends on it because of the way he moves. Like a floating badge. Come on, no, now stop now. Stop. Ugu Franklin says, good morning, Elegbete. Good morning to you. Just keep pushing this channel. It's going to grow bigger. I respect you a lot. So don't bother about the trolls. I respect your analysis and sports. Thank you very much. Chooks, you don't come back. I thought you abandoned also because our radio app shut down. Chooks Sadigwe is a why is Saka always the base of comparison for any emerging footballer in England if he is not that good? From Hudson Odoi to Rashford to Foden, now Palmer, yet it's not good. Okay, let's even do this one. First off, you went to make a mistake there. Rashford burst into the scene before Bukayo Saka, so they did not. Nobody actually the analysis, if I remember very well, it was Bukayo Saka that they were using to compare Rashford. Rashford has been around for a while. He's just unable to find his consistency. Rashford should be in the same conversation with Harry Kane, but it's just because he's a typical English player. Now let's talk about the reason why that is. The noisiest football fans in England are the Arsenal fans. If you look, United Stand is a channel. It's a solo individual, one person. The other channels, it's only the AFTV that have an entire nation, which is good for a business perspective, which is good. But you would also agree with me that many people on that channel are the dumbest human being to ever talk about football. Now, I'm not against their business model. It's a fantastic one. Everybody in the world is trying to copy. It's a fantastic one. But then when you put people in position and they repeatedly speak, they become authority. Just the same way, they went overboard calling Aubameyang the best striker to ever play in the Premier League. Remember, they used to say, I was like, what is wrong with these people? This guy can't even take you up to top 4. We're not asking him to win the league for you. Lord Bregman took us now to the Champions League. Jeremy Alideri took us now to the Champions League. Jeremy Pennant, that went to Liverpool, took us now to the Premier League. That was Gogoro Master, that drunkard. Right? Scott Hat-trick, Sev. Aubameyang is the best player in the world. So when you have that kind of conversation, then you would cause people. Why were people turning on Hazard? Hazard is a fantastic football player, wonderful guy. But the turn on Hazard came when they compared Hazard with Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Like, hey, wait a minute. Now let's extra this nigga. Nobody ever x-rayed him until that moment where Mourinho came and said, this guy is is a tad bit better than Messi and Ronaldo. Okay. Everybody's okay. Let's watch him play. Let's observe him. He's never been a top goal scorer in this league. He's never done this. We start seeing all of the things he's never done. So it's the same thing. Bukayo Saka, 3 seasons ago, when the Ballon d'Or list was made, Arsenal fans and some British media people said Bukayo Saka deserved to be in the top 3. That's when this real conversation started. So everybody is now saying, okay, this guy that you are putting in the world-class position. Cole Palmer, last season is his first breakout season. He was in the conversation for player of the season. Are you joking? He won a young player of the season, but he was in the conversation for player of the season. Bukayo Saka, where was he? So when you look at it, it's not because he's not. I'm saying he's a good player, but that word world class should be deleted from the conversation. Bukayo Saka will not get into that space. And somebody asked me again, if he wins the league title with Arsenal, plays a pivotal role, will he be world class? No, because you have to repeat that performance on a consistent basis. If people still question Harry Kane, do you know how many goals Harry Kane has scored in his career? More goals than your calculator can count. They say in Germany now, they say he's the guy who scores in weak matches, and then when it matters most, Bayern are already looking for the next striker. That's why I said Victor Gyokeres might not be available for Arsenal anymore. They're already looking for the next striker that they will sign to replace Harry Kane. And then you're here telling me, come on now, the bar, this is like Jam or WAEC. We're lowering the bar too much for him. So that's the answer to your question. Comparing him with FIFA, he did that with FIFA they come from bench at Man City. They go be player of the season. Please tell me, Cole Palmer, if not for the fact that Chelsea had a terrible season, would have been player of the season again. His first breakaway season, just got out of Man City to Chelsea, and then this season again, his second highest goal scorer behind who? What's it called? Alan Haaland. Come on, let's Bukayo Saka. Shifty. Shooks Aligwe say, talking about world class, how many players in that wide area currently are in the level of Ribery, Robben, Overmars, etc.? There are not too many players, but there are players who distinguish themselves, who stand out. So you could still say, you know what, these guys are. are above the Bukayo Saka level. So we will judge. When we judge, as we're lowering the bar, we'll lower the bar and peg it on the highest of this generation, not somebody in the middle. You're going to pick and put your pin. No, this is not Google Map. Oh. This is not the recalibration of Google Map. We still have a table, a bar, and we have to put the bar. It's like telling me that because Newcastle play in the Premier League, they are going to be a world-class team, they are one of the best team in the world. No, can we play in the Premier League and be shit? Like we saw of Crystal Palace, we've seen of Everton, we've seen of Southampton and the rest of them. Olafat says the Highline Derby was a sweet one yesterday as Shooting Spurs were educated about game management by another apprentice of the institution of Highland. So, they don't call it Highline Debut. So, what did I say, Baba? Let people use their mouth, talk trash about your channel. 16K came as a result of your hard work and you are growing higher. Now, with their very high, you will be a billion subscriber. Wow. Thank you very much. I love that confidence. Demola Benny Brian says, I happy as Spurs bottled the lead yesterday and lost. Them go suffer that losing mentality where them carry to play City last season for 500 years. I happy say Johnson scored though because he did my FPA. People have different agenda. Oh, guys, please click on the like button. I really need this like button to be going up. Okay? I mean, why we're not even doing 100 likes? I mean, you end up this show now, you see that we have 150, 200 people cumulatively joining it, but the likes are not going up. Please, we're struggling because that's the thing that the algorithm actually calculates. So all about you say Robert Perez was better than Starboy. Kindly highlight some of the world-class white players currently playing in the Premier League and the criteria for rating them as world class. I would like to learn. First off, I'll rate Kulusevski way ahead of Bukayo Saka. He's playing for a bad team. And the Premier League is not the place where I measure world class. Let me give you a very good example why I say that. We've seen players get nomination for the Ballon d'Or, right? And when you see the nominations, you see where the majority of the players come from. Why don't we go there to pick world class? You can't tell me, like I always said, if you they carry first for class where Olodo day, you be still one of the Olodo, you're just the best of the worst, right? So the Premier League, like I've always said and I'll continue to say, the Premier League is not like the poster boy for quality. Doesn't have quality. But that does not mean that we will not say, you can't tell me that Bukayo Saka is better than Lamine. Like, you can't convince me. Convince me on the basis of their impact. Because all these statistics you want to quote now, Bukayo Saka started this race longer. Bukayo Saka have had 2 chances to play in the Euros. 2! Got his team to the finals, right? Anyhow, by hook or by crook, they got to the finals, right? Lamine Yamal still they wear diapers. When Bukayo Saka done they play Champions League, done they play. This Lamine Yamal will not go take, if we not take care now, he go come win Champions League. Bukayo Saka go see the struggle to play, get past quarterfinals and semifinals. So these are basic facts. Sometimes we agree that okay, coaching is problem, the team is poor, but then quality of players shines through. And then when it matters most, we don't see that. When it matters most against Aston Villa last season, Bukayo Saka was nowhere to be found. When it matter, when the grind comes, like okay, let's this grind turn into results and let's win something. It's still not one. And like I read now said, listen, you can say all you want to say, just the same way they say about Harry Kane. With all his goals, he's not won anything. He's not going to be reckoned until he wins something with it. Lamine Yamal is a European champion. Put some respect to that name. That's a player. Another player you have to put some respect to his name, Jamal Musiala. Yes, these are players that you look at like, okay, yeah, wait a minute. When they speak, I listen. Right? It's important. Why do you think that? Listen, I don't think that there's anybody who analyzes football better than I do. But a lot of times when I want to interview people say, okay, even let's even talk about interviews. I learned this interviewing thing doing YouTube because when I was in Brilla, I wasn't really doing interview. Remember, just a few ones here and there when push comes to shove that, okay, my guys can't get access to those people. And those people like, I don't want to do interview with those boys. I want you to talk to me. Okay, I do the interview, they revoice it. Now, when I started the process, if you go back and watch my early interviews, they're not really as good as the ones that I'm doing now. My interviews have become so good that most times I don't even want to show in the interview. Just want to ask the question, let them go. That's how much I've improved, right? But when it comes to analysis, I'm good. But I cannot convince anybody that I'm the best football analyst right now with the numbers that I have. My numbers does not support that conversation. Let's try and understand that. That's very, very key. On the table, you must come to the. I was discussing this Bukayo Saka thing with the guy that did the commentary for Everton game this weekend, Martin Tyler, and he just told me that listen, the way football is, as much as we say Bukayo Saka is good, that deficiency. If we keep talking about his world-class nature, what would happen is that everybody start highlighting his deficiency. Bukayo Saka struggles to take on opposition. Bukayo Saka's pace is suspect. His crosses are good. His goals are, there. But then again, you're not going to bank on a guy who creates one goal and score one goal maybe every other game. His goal scoring record currently stands at 1 goal in every 3 games. Pretty decent, average, but not the world class. It's not blistering. Is it a Gareth Bale? No. Let's even leave RvN and Frank Ribery because those guys are the celestial bodies of that position. Is it in the Gareth Bale level? Gareth Bale went from fullback to forward player. And you could see that he took game by the scruff of the neck. Remember that most times Gareth Bale was sitting on the bench after he left Spurs. But when he's called up to play, in one game, he keep his name in your memory than somebody who's played 20 games ahead of him. That's the thing. And then there are players who also go to some clubs and have bad record. Angel Di Maria at Man United, it just didn't click, right? Early days at FC Porto, Benfica, just didn't click. But that guy, that nigga is a world-class player. I remember this Iron Man that we're talking about, that was awesome at Chelsea, Bayern Munich, was regarded as a flop at Real Madrid. Yeah, I played for Real Madrid, for those of you who don't know. But you see, with Bukayo Saka, I say, God, like, come on, nigga, please. It's not there yet. He's a good player, but let's just leave it there. This whole title of world class, let's not stop adding it to anybody, any Tom, Dick, and Harry that will say. Lucky Ogale said, a few weeks ago, I tried with Musa and Shehu at his event center in Kaduna. I was wondering why he was home. He was sharp that day. So watching highlights of the game, I was just smiling. He is good. People don't give credit to the players from the northern Nigeria, the credit they deserve. And they say it's a very funny thing. Like, Boki quota system. So people say, why is he getting invitation to the national team? And I told a friend one day, I said, listen, I'll pick Ahmed Musa over Moses Simon, over Samuel Chukwueze, over Kelechi Iheanacho. But when you say it, people quickly, they don't defend you with fact or with the real stats. What they do is they would bring bigotry, they bring tribe. Oh, you don't like Igbo people. No, it's not about liking Igbo people. Moses Simon is from Benue. It's not Igbo boy. Samuel Chukwueze. I mean, if I say no Sabina, I say, I'm pushing the kids too much. But for Kelechi, this is what I always say about Kelechi Iheanacho. Kelechi Iheanacho is one awesomely talented player, like super talented. I rate him in terms of talent or potential ahead of the Foden, the Kopamas, and the likes, right? But this guy won the Under-17 World Cup in 2015, if my memory serves me right. That's 9 years ago. 9 years on, Kelechi Iheanacho have not played 10 consecutive games for any team in his career. He's not even played 5 consecutive games for his national team. It's always, he goes to the bench. He's not starting. Not because of injury, just because there's something about his game that's not serious. But when you mention, you're tribal, you don't like my people, this one, that one. So it's always make me laugh. Anyway, let's go further down. The likewise say Thomas Tuchel always locking around all the time sharp. I think we can call him the Johnny Man of coaching now. It's just there. He doesn't keep the job for long. He's presented himself as a guy who doesn't stay more than 2 seasons before he fights management. He's a volatile figure. But then if he gets the job done, he gets the job done. For me, I wouldn't put Thomas Tuchel as the manager for Man United. I will put a fresh person, a young manager who comes in and is given a mandate. Again, another thing, Man United is run like the NFF. There's poor communications. And all these ex-Man United players that are, in media are also part of the problem. Liverpool suffered it for many years. Are also part of the problem. They're not learning from it. But I think if the management comes out and give a full clear mandate and say, listen, we're going to get a manager for the next 5 years, and whatever it is we want to achieve will take us 5 years, and use Arsenal as a key. I like the fact that Netflix, Apple Plus, and Paramount Pictures Amazon Prime are jostling to do a behind the scene story on Man United. Imagine if that all or nothing, Amazon Prime all or nothing, Arsenal did not come out. You know that Arteta would have been out of the job since, right? Second season would have been gone. So sometimes these are moments that are the catalyst to change the narrative, to tell you, okay, these are the struggles. It's always good to have those struggles behind the scene. I know people who didn't rate Angel Di Maria, who always saw that he came to Man United and flopped. They've watched the Angel Di Maria documentary, and their reason, is that's a side of the story. But it is easy for you to now, join the dots together and say, okay, this is what really happened. Oh, this guy is a fantastic player. Like you can reason with him. But sometimes, we just let those parts go and then you lose everything. Where was I again? Baba. I think all these people doing this stuff is just ego stuff. I saw Ali Baba on a podcast on a YouTube channel that wasn't up to 20K. Is Ali Baba not a big brand? Baba, no pressure. We are moving. So Ali Baba, I saw it. Ali Baba, Ali Baba's level of awareness and exposure and advancement is different. And I'm not saying it because he's my mentor or he's my big brother, my cousin. Okay, that's the one. It's my cousin. But the thing is, not everybody's Ali Baba. So you've got to look at the challenges that are there and say, you know what, this is a challenge and I must fix it. Me, I don't like giving excuses. I don't like making excuses. Excuses irritates me. I pretty much used to tell people when I was in Brilla that when they make excuse, the weather, the traffic, I said, like, listen, if I'm in a position to fire you, Yinka used to hate me for saying that. I said, if I'm in a position to fire you, that's excuses. You can't work with me now. You can't work with me with excuses. Get the job done by all means necessary. So I won't also sit back here and now it's my turn. I'm running the ship. My numbers are not good. Let's be very, very honest. My numbers are not good. When you do a Jonathan Akpobere interview part 1, part 2, as good as the story is, and you're not hitting 10,000, 20,000 views, the numbers are not good. That's the fact. Because you have to bring it to Naira and Kobo virality, because some people should be running to me like, I have a story to tell. I think your platform will make it go round. People still struggle with that. That is a sign that the numbers are not good. I don't do self-pity. I won't be here doing self-pity. So I know I need to grow. I need to do whatever it takes legally to grow and be up there. Demola Berry say, I still wonder why the referee not give Rashford second yellow card in that game. I still wonder too. If na Arsenal now, their hand go fast, reach pocket and give her 2 yellow card, the inconsistency level in the EPL. I don't understand. And he went to talk to him. I don't understand. What was he saying? That's a silly foul that deserves straight yellow card, and then you give him the second yellow card and he gets the red. Henry Morris says, someone said Zanzi's second name is Zanzi's second name is Orobosa. Demola Benny Brian says Henry Moru, yes, his middle name is Orobosa. Okay, who is Zanzi? I need to know that person. I beg. Demola Benny Brian says if ETH is sacked, I want them to get Southgate. I want to check something. About let's speed they go. And relegation, you want to Man United. So I don't think Southgate is Man United type of coach because he doesn't look to me like somebody who know how to handle pressure. Pressure does get to him. You look at the Euros, when people start criticizing his team, the way he reacted, and is that he can't deal with that. Man United is a pressure cooker. Man United is a bad place to go to if you are trying to get a stable, steady job. It could go to places like Newcastle, Crystal Palace, but definitely not Man United. Because I think that Man United will wreck him. Man United will put him in a position where I don't know. I doubt if he can make it in Man United. Lucky Ogale says, okay, let me rush out these messages now. Lucky Ogale says, Pogba will improve Arsenal. Saka is not a world-class player, but he has done enough not to be compared to Palmer and Yamal yet. Conte can win the league. Precious Yerewa says, can Liverpool please sign Pogba? Fresh. The other one said, truly Barcelona needs to sign Chesney with the way Pena was in between the posts, so panicking and indecisive. Olafat says, Conte no one grief for anybody in Serie A as Nuno Tavares now has 5 assists in 4 games for Lazio. Seems he's got his form and confident. Okay. Demola Belly Brian said, Pogba will be a good addition to Arsenal, but I don't think Mikel will want him. Me too, but I just hope that they exploit the opportunity, if the possibility, if it's available. 69 for us say, by old standard, is there a world class player in the EPL now? No, maybe Salah. Yeah, Salah is a world class player. Person I was asking, I should mention world class player. Salah is a world class player. Standard don't drop well. The other one is Saka is very good, but I don't think he is at the world class level yet. Maybe he needs to have his imprint in the title winning season before he gets there, because he has shown that he can be consistent. The one I says it will be a very good addition to Real Madrid, and it will even improve the midfield. Only Modric is the good creator in the midfield. Others are just destroyers and need and more of ball carriers. Okay. Henry Morrow says firing ETH will drag United back. Looking at the work he's done with the players he brought in, it's just beginning to harmonize the team. A man down at Porto and managed to draw. He's trying a bag. So Oliver Bajida says Vincent Company has begun to buckle. Their firing power has begun to whittle down. See how Bala, Shehu, and Jacob extend their regards. Okay. See how Bala, Shehu, and Jacob extend their regards. They are really happy, laughing, hearing you, greeting them. I'm trying to speak Hausa. I'm trying to, I'm just trying. Nagode, okay? That just some Hausa that were in my mouth, but it just disappeared. Just like witches came and took them away. I used to have some, Jesus, Kai. I used to have some Hausa, like some short phrase of Hausa, but they've gone. Here Gohan Kisley says, where do devil belong, sir? Bottomless pit now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Man United. See your life in comment section. Oh, God. The one I hear Ibrahim say, I don't want Arsenal on top now. Second or third, with 1 point or 2 point difference is okay for me. Me too. I don't want Arsenal being on top of the league. No. It's a sign that we will not win the title. That's how we jinx it. The one I Ibrahim is okay. I don't read now. A lot of us say, since this Omar Mamosh guy of Frankfurt is a player to watch at this season, he's already doing wonders in his second season for Frankfurt. Frankfurt always have a way of bringing some players. They did that with Girisi. Now they're doing it again with Omar Mamosh. We'll see how it goes at the end of the season. He might score 30 goals even. 69 Football says, what's your take on Tenemu invitation? Reports have it that he is yet to play a game this season. Would he become Nigeria #1 goalkeeper? I see a lot of people complain about it. Some even say that the coach are collecting money. And I asked the question, how much Tenemu they earn for where they? Yes, he's a third choice goalkeeper where he is. Peter Rufai was the second choice goalkeeper. We were inviting him. Alayagu was the second choice goalkeeper. We were inviting him. We've always invited second choice goalkeeper to come even be #1. We've invited players that are Joe Aribo, they play match when we invite her come play. Alex Iwobi was sitting on the bench at Arsenal. We're inviting him to play. Why is it that when it's Tenemu, everybody's talking? Will Tenemu, let's be very honest, will Tenemu keep in the Super Eagles? You don't want to bring this every day. You want to invite new player because he's not #1. If Tenemu come back to Nigerian League now, would he not be #1 for any of the clubs in the league? So why are we raising dust when there shouldn't be any dust? We've had players. Simikeshi was not playing football, was clubless for years. We invited him. Unuka Badenoga club, we invited him. What's it called? We took Eguavon to the World Cup when he was serving a 1-year ban from club football. He wasn't playing. He was banned in August. We took him to the Nations Cup in February, March. We took him to the World Cup in June, July. We forget all these things. We forget where we're coming from. Why is it that once we were bored when it comes to the weak? Tenemu is a weak. Let's feed on him. Let's feast on him. If all he gets is the opportunity to be in that camp and learn and improve, it's not a good thing. What's really the whole talk? You have your #1 goalkeeper in Stanley Wabali. You have Maduka Okoye, who is doing extremely well in the Italian Serie A. You are bothered about the #3 goalkeeper. They should go and bring David De Gea to come and sit as your #3. Something should not be a conversation. We just like to talk, and it's not really important. Tenemu should be there. A lot of them say, I don't know why the German media are after Hurricane. This is a guy that most time it doesn't start the season well, but you are guaranteed 20 goals a season. Well, when you play for a big club, my brother, it's not about German media. When you play for a big club, the demands are high. The demands are very, very high. I remember, let me give you one illustration. There's one guy called Ibuka. We auditioned him at Brilla. I mean, he had worked with like all those Unilag FM, worked for some radio station. And then he came into Brilla, and then he realized that at Brilla, you need to be in the studio maybe 1 hour or 30 minutes before your show. You need to write your script. You need to do show prep. You need to, like, when you finish your show, you also need to write the number of messages you read, the number of calls you receive, all of those things. He didn't know that where it was coming from. But it was good. It was that kind of guy that you say, this guy would kick Femi Raji out of the sports machine. You could see it. It was a guy that would give him a run for his money, and he didn't have all those, he doesn't have all of that. So it was the kind of guy that would really push him out, right? But Femi Raji's work ethics, you can take him a lot of things away from Femi Raji, but you can't touch his work ethics. His work ethics was higher than that guy's. That's how that guy lost it. So you can't sit where you are and pick and choose. You're not going to pick and choose for, this one should be this, that one should be that. No. You have to be ready. RvN is playing at a world-class team. It's not sports, where if you lose a game, you can go out and not feel bad. It's not a big deal. At Bayern, you can win a game 2-1 and people are angry. Why did you win 2-1? With all this that they are giving you, you're supposed to beat this team by 5. That's the team. That's standard. It's called bar. You put the bar up there. Not today is here, tomorrow is there. It's oscillating. You don't know what. I mean, look at Haaland, for instance. If Haaland win the highest goal scorer award in the Premier League and scores 20 goals this season, they will call him a failure. You see, a few games last season, he wasn't playing well, and RvN already said he was playing like a League 2 player, or a League 1 player. That's standard. Because when you step up on the plate and you want to be on the hop up, my brother, the expectations are high. If you're not ready, go home. Go home. Precious say Bukayo Saka is nowhere near Yamal. I don't know what people they argue say they not compare the two of them. Lamine Yamal. The simple question I ask everybody: if Lamine Yamal signs for Arsenal right now, you're an Arsenal fan. If Lamine Yamal signs for Arsenal right now, would you say he should sit on the bench for Bukayo Saka? God, I beg you. Bukayo Saka will go find work. That's the reason why they're not signing anybody in that position, because the whole English people want their poster boy to play regular. That's what they did with Aaron Ramsey now. Look, before David Raya came to Arsenal, Aaron Ramsey was regarded as a world. People are like, best goalkeeper. I say this one, he left leg from the right leg. David Raya came in. They tried to use the media to distract him, to knock him down. He won the Golden Glove, right? Next thing, look at what class, all on a big club where they look for goalkeeper, no sign up. Now sometimes they do, now really straight down, how did they go? So that's a world class England goalkeeper. So sometimes when we look at this thing, is like the pedestal where they put people. Nah, Nabia. If push comes to shove, if you put a Yama, if you take, the question is always reversed. If you send Bukayo Saka to Barcelona, he go sit down for bench for Lamine Yamal. If you send Lamine Yamal to Arsenal, Lamine Yamal go put Bukayo Saka for bench. The things that Lamine Yamal can do, Bukayo Saka cannot imagine. Like, when Bible say eyes have not seen, ears have not seen, neither have been, ears have not heard, neither have been entered into the hearts of men. That's Lamine Yamal. Not like Ferrari with B2. How you compare Ferrari with B2? Come on, when they bring out display. Sure, I beg you. When I leave Ferrari, when I know compare with B2. Like let's say, the thing about Martinelli is that it's not as effective as Saka. I prefer Trossard starting ahead of him. Saka is more direct and it makes him more effective. I think I agree with you with some parts, but I do not agree with Trossard starting ahead of Martinelli. Now, this is what I like with Martinelli. Martinelli helps you to expand the width of the field. That's very, very important for the type of football that Arsenal play. Because Trossard will run you into traffic. Martinelli, when he gets the ball, I know that we're going forward. We're attacking the opposition like Victor Moses in his day, right? When you get the ball, let's go forward. We need to go look for the goal. And then he pops up. Okay, Trossard knows his way within the box. Knows his way in and around the box. I'm not going to even argue that one. It's a fantastic thing. It's a brilliant thing that he does. But when you look at most of the goals that Trossard scores, from a football analyst, there are more lucky goals for Trossard that the diehardness of Martinelli and the genius of popping up in places where you don't expect him, and then the wonders in the goals he scores. He just need to put it consistently. And like I always said, it doesn't get the supply. Okay, it doesn't get, if again, and all of this praise that we give to Saka, all of this praise that we give to Saka. Saka is the only player in the world today who plays in a team where all balls go to him. You know why? And people don't look at that as part of football. Have you seen the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven? Bukayo Saka is playing in a team that doesn't have a top striker. So nobody directs a ball to the top striker. The one creative midfielder they have plays and is married to Bukayo Saka because of that, killing the chances of the people on the left-hand side. So the people on the left-hand side have to deal with crumbs, even the leftover from Bukayo Saka. If we have a Fabregas in the midfield, remember Fabregas played in a midfield where you had Van Persie, Reyes, Thierry Henry, and they all got equal supply. All of them were giving the ball equally. If you had a Fabregas in the Arsenal midfield today, Bukayo Saka will come up for the team. They will not drive him because Martinelli will be doing 20 goals plus every season. 20 goals plus. He knows how to score better than Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is a one-dimensional footballer. Like, it's as simple as that. But Martinelli does not get the supply. Is it not surprising to you that Odegaard has gotten injured and all of a sudden we're seeing the very best of Martinelli again? Odegaard will come now. All of those balls will play want to play. They'll play 80 minutes there. When they done the red, that time they'll come to find leftover to send to Martinelli. Just need a balance. Is it surprising to you that the best performance of Martinelli came in the season where Granit Xhaka was also at his very best? So you should put all that in the play dynamics before we judge them. And it will be hard. I will not rate Bukayo Saka ahead of Martinelli. I will not, because I know that Martinelli is playing like when you grow up in the house of your stepmom, along our own children. You know that food, the way they supply food, they go different. That's the way I see Martinelli. Martinelli is like a stepchild where Bukayo Saka is. There's no balance in the distribution of the ball. Until we get the balance, and then we say, okay, this thing comes in, this opportunity that this guy had, what did he do? This opportunity that this guy had, what did he do? Then I can judge them evenly, even though they're playing in the same team. But the supply chain of Arsenal is angled towards Bukayo Saka. Like, you could tell that he is designed for him to be. It was like Michael Jordan playing in the Chicago Bulls team. Everything is designed for him to be great, right? And then he had to put in his work anyway, but everything was designed. Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, everybody's there to make him great. And there are teams like that. But then there are teams where everybody go all man to himself. It's different. Where did I stop now? No, sorry, Baga say, boss. Hello, boss. Honestly, I would love to see Pogba in an Arsenal shirt sooner than March, but I don't know. After then, Pogba is a good talent. Arsenal just need this type of qualities on the bench. I agree with you completely. Oliver says it is being reported that 80 million people play bet on a day. I'm just looking at the numbers and saying we are not getting things in our sporting department. This is bet companies. These bet companies should be paying huge sponsorship. They are paying money into a particular account. The sports industry does not know how to access it. So it's not the sports betting company's problem. And that statistics is even low. The last one I checked, about 2 months ago, it's not gone up to 120 million. So maybe that's the old record. It's not the betting company's fault. The UK, for instance, there is the National Lottery. And then there's a fund that goes to fund athletes and the rest. The government have to put a law. And that law now makes it mandatory for the sports federation and whatever to access the fund if they can prove that they will use it. And then when they use the first one they get, then they cannot go get another one again. But your house is, see, if Papa die, leave will and property for children, and then the children decide to go court, that property feel rotten. They're not going to access them. That is just a fact of life. The other one said the way Arsenal is now, Pogba is not a bad addition. Pogba thrives in a team where the spirit is high. Unlike the lethargic Man United, he was then coach, was doing well with France and Juve before Dev. Okay. May God forgive you. May God forgive you. Who frankly celebrate is Salah world class over what class you worry now? What is stronger in you? Over what class you worry that one now? Olafat say Raf Hassantel is doing a good job at Wolfsburg, even with playing Bayern and Leverkusen, which they struggled to beat him. Sebastian Iniede says Pogba will definitely raise the quality of the Arsenal midfield, but I don't know Arsenal can handle all the unnecessary drama and attention it will come with. So no, I don't want him at Arsenal. And that drama I even look for. That drama is needed. Arsenal players are too nice. They're too gentle. There's something missing. Arsenal needs a bad boy. They need a craze. Arsenal doesn't have one. Trossard is trying to be, but he's not being it well. It's a bad version of the bad boy. Olafon Bukayo Saka is a world-class player because he's doing it at the biggest stage and he's already proved himself there. If you want consistency, he's your guy. And with what he's done at 23, is him. Well, that's your opinion. I'm not going to argue against it, but I do not agree. Olafon says, if Pogba is fit and has learned his lesson, he doesn't have any lesson to learn. I will pick him. He is a player that gives his all, even on the bad day, and is showing definitely in the French team. By extension, let me just ask, what is the lesson to learn? Look at let's say, Elibete, my question is that will you put Saka on the bench? Some players will change wings not to go to the bench. See Saka for England. How about Kane for England? Saka is effective. I'll put him on the bench if I have Lamine Yamal. I'll put him on the bench. I won't play. I won't be crazy to go put Saka on the left side. I won't be that crazy. Let's not forget that Saka is a left-footed player. All this one with the talk. Saka is a left-footed player. He's playing on the right-hand side. So it's playing to his advantage. You wait Thierry Henry, right-footed player, playing on the left side. So it's supposed to be a lot more deadly, right? I won't put him on the left because he will not be like Moses Simon. He goes to that place and he's just crossing the ball worthless. If you notice, he doesn't cross the corner kick on the left side. There's a reason why. So he's already shown his deficiency on that side. I'm not going to put him on the left. I have Lamine Yamal. Even Nico Williams, if he comes to Arsenal and I don't have a place to play him on the left, I'll play him on the right. I'll put Bukayo Saka on the bench. You see, let me explain one thing to you guys. Some of the players at Arsenal 3-4 seasons ago were semi or pseudo world-class players until we start signing better players than them. And then you now realize that, these players are not good. There was a time where Emily Rose Smith was our savior, scored in 7 consecutive games. Remember, he was in form. And people were already saying world-class midfielder. I keep saying that this guy will go play 200 years, we're not going to win anything. There are players who come into your dressing room and change the way you play. They make you see football differently. The ball where the Bukayo Saka they play, we've had a team that should win the Premier League title. It's just that they can't raise their game above certain bar. And that's what you have with the Bukayo Saka. Sure, everybody was comfortable with Zinchenko until we have Calafiori. Do you still think that Zinchenko should be our number one left full back? So if standards are high, the person we're not going to feel match up with him should be kicked out of the team. There's no sentiment to it. It's not anybody's bet right. Better than them have played in this club before, and better than them will still come play. But when you don't dance your dance finish, come off of the stage. As it is, if Arsenal signs a Lamine Yamal, then they talk of say I go find another position for Bukayo Saka. No, that's not even a conversation. Go to the bench and go and be playing second half. When Raheem Sterling comes, so why you not play regularly? Is Raheem Sterling's bad season is better than Bukayo Saka's best season? Think about it for a minute. Raheem Sterling's bad season, statistics-wise, is better than Bukayo Saka's best season. Some things are just basic in football. Now they complicate them more. Now, go look at Raheem Sterling's bad season in terms of goals and assists. Compare that to Bukayo Saka almighty best season. So if this is the best that he has to offer, and some people's worst season is better than him, Kopama will never even start numbers better than he go to Luke Bush. Now asking people for Reece Nelson will score 1 goal or a world-class player. Anybody will play for Arsenal a world-class. Anybody. And so Keloteni come, cross like 4 balls, score 1 goal. They say world-class left full back. I say this one. Okay now. This is where they draw Nick Ariches like what's it called? Chapman. I beg you. Could leave. The other I said Drogba would always have that edge because of his final game performance, especially that Bayern game and the way he trounces Arsenal in the FA Cup finals. This says good morning, boss. Good morning to you. It was a very nice football weekend. Bayern Leverkusen, Chelsea, United, Paris Saint-Germain, JV all drawing. What a weekend. No, sorry, Baga said fine weekend of football. Arsenal milking the result the hard way. Positive for me is getting all 3 points as should be. This is what champions do. Olafat says after this international break, Liverpool will be having a tough run of games in the next 10 games, and this will show if and Slot can handle the pressure. But I'm looking forward to those games. It just might. I'm struggling to write them off. I'm not putting them as title contenders, but it's like they're sneaking in to become title contenders. They're really doing well, and I'm impressed. I didn't expect them to be this good at the start of the season with a new manager and all that. And I think they've gone about it in a very relaxed and calm way. No pressure, no chaos. The team is just smooth, like, fine wine. Oliver says people need to put respect to Finidi George's name. That's what you want to say. Top of the table after all the crisis and what has happened to Rivers United before he took over. That man doesn't deserve all the hate. People just want to hate him for no reason. Olafat says before yesterday game against Villa, Manchester United had 7 points, which Saka has 7 assists. Where's number 7? And Kai Havertz scored in 7 games consecutively. The 7-7-7 affairs. You are crazy, man. You are really looking for trouble. Precious here was say if Lamine Yamal was a Madrid player, he would have been the leading candidate for the Ballon d'Or. I agree with you completely. Additional of Marcel Elegbete always speaks the hard truth. Your consistency cannot be rival. You deserve all the best. You are our own global icon. Thank you very much, boss. Additional of Marcel, every day I wake up, I just think, Elegbete, I go to your channel and get the best of real life analysis. There is always something to learn. Well done, boss. Thank you very much. Bukayo Saka is good, but Lamine and Palmer are miles ahead. Bukayo Saka, after 4 years, is still struggling to convince us he is a game changer. These two small boys gave us just 1 season. That's the point. They didn't need 10 years to convince anybody. Bukayo Saka has been playing consistently for 4 seasons, and we say, like, is he the Messiah or there's someone else to come? Is he the guy or there's someone else to come? Come on. I don't know, but when I need you to save me, you better be saving me. You better be saving me. I did like say, only 1 season. See what Palmer and Yamal have done, and they are even taking it a notch higher in their 2nd season. Class, no, they had to identify. Chukwusanigwe say, from your analysis, I deduce that there is no world-class white player in the EPL. There is Mo Salah, because you did not mention any. There's Mo Salah, my brother. I mentioned Mo Salah. Maybe you didn't hear. Somebody mentioned it, and I concurred with him. Olava said, boss, but let's not forget that at this Bukayo Saka age, Frank Ribery and Ian Robben were not relevant. Really? Are you serious right now? Okay, maybe you watch a different football. The football that I watch at this age, Ian Robben was very, very relevant. Frank Ribery, maybe I can't remember, but Ian Robben was very, very relevant. So he's done it in the UCL, in Euros, and in the World Cup. Now, wait a minute. Let's talk about this done it. Because in the yardstick of Thierry Henry, until he went to win it with with Barcelona, they say Thierry have not done it in the Champions League. What has Bukayo Saka done in the Champions League? 4 seasons playing for Arsenal. This is the 5th season playing for Arsenal. He's playing in the Champions League. This is the 2nd season playing in the Champions League. And you said he's done it. When you say done it, what do you mean by he's done it? Can you please explain that bit to me so that I understand it better? Or probably now I'm the one that is confused, because if you say he's done it, he's won the Champions League, he's done it in the Euros. You play 2 finals. Would you not kill Osimhen for Osimhen play back-to-back African Cup of Nations finals and we not win them? Would you not kill Osimhen for it? We got to the finals. Now, the people ask this, man, he played in the AFCON, he scored only 1 goal, it's a penalty. People still have issues. Forget the way we play. But people still have issues with Osimhen. But you want to tell me that he's done it? You had 2 shots. What did he make them walk in Messi? Messi took Argentina to 3 finals and lose all of them. 3 finals, the World Cup finals, Copa America finals back-to-back, and they said, oh, he loses. Forget all these things when you don't win. You can't do it for Argentina. Now you're saying Bukayo Saka has done it. Okay, now. I don't know, the standards are different now. Ori Bumi Ozoya says, salutations, bro. Could you explain the reason why some players fail to secure new contracts in Europe? This is coming from the news that Shewa and Musa have joined Pillars. There are many reasons why that happens. For Musa, I think it is his age. For Shewa have a history with injury. Since his days at under 20, he's not been able to play regularly, and clubs will cut their losses. So the thing that makes it easy for your agent to sell you is that we put up a good performance, you have an EU passport, and you can move anywhere. right? But if you're not having a good performance, you're not consistent, you're always injured, the club you are with is your only loyal base for market. And if they say they don't want you again, you've got to go back again and restart. And it happens even with the best of Brazilian players and Argentine players and players from all over the world. The thing is, when it happened in Nigeria, we look at it like it's shitty. He's gotten a club. It's Cannibal not a club. That's a club. So the fact that they're not able to get a club in Europe is because for Ahmed Musa have nothing to prove to anybody. He's done it up everywhere. This is his retirement age. It just feels like when I had a conversation with him, and he's like, I don't feel like I'm tired yet. I still think I can still play football. And I remember, I just suggested, why not go and play for Canopilas? He laughed. Say, bros, I don't play there twice now. I said, just go and play. You could inspire one young player. You could get somebody. You could get the league buzzing. And exactly that is what is happening. So I think for him, it's good. For sure, we're still young, but if it's not happening, it's not happening. Then he has to come back home. When you travel, they say if you don't know where you go, maybe you know where you come from, because it's part of the conversation. You have to find your way back home, and it's done that. I think I'm in my own stead. I'm proud of him. I like how he's done it. He's come back, and first game, bam, 2 goals, could have been a hat trick, so it's fine. So all about this, honestly, I enjoyed your interview with Johnny Akpobore. In fact, I really listened to it twice yesterday. Akpobore talked with finesse and as an authority on every subject you ask him. Man, that guy is good. Yeah, interview was like, okay, you know what? We start, for me, when I want to interview somebody, first off, I say, I get to know you first. Like, I get to, all the research that I've done, I throw it to the side. Like, I could come visit you if you're close by, or I could start a conversation with you. I want to know your temperament. I want to know your person so that we start the interview. That's why sometimes when I watch the numbers on that interview, it's like, what else again do I need to do? This is top of the line interview, right? Not every interview required controversies and negativity. It's just that the internet needs, you need to call people out. You need to do negative things. Not be all. Some stories are just beautiful. Leave them in their beauty state. Don't add any design to Mona Lisa. It's fine like that. Just leave it there. You can't tell whether she's frowning or she's smiling. It's good. Some things just have to be like that. But hey, it's life. Adjila must say, your interview with Jonathan is so good. Nigerians know sabi, appreciate beautiful classic content. I did tell you. 360 Sports Management say, I really like your mentality and the way you discuss strategies for growing your numbers and increasing engagement. I'm definitely taking note. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Nosai Manga says, you see that Chukwueze guy, now the worst winger in an Eagle shirt. Some people think Chukwueze is world class. I will play Ahmed Musa over and over again ahead of that Chukwueze, according to Oyibo. 69 Football said, Tenemu, the Crawley Town defender. No, now the goalkeeper that they talk about. A digital informer says, Bayern is not an easy team to play for. Go ask Starboy before going to Saudi Arabia. I understand. I don't like that he says Pogba hasn't played in nearly 2 years. It may take him time to regain his form. Now, I agree. But have you seen Pogba training? But Pogba's been working with some world-class coaches and fitness trainers. So it's not really going to take that much time if he's kept himself disciplined and stayed fit. Because football, what you need is, if you already have the skill, what you need is fitness and then team chemistry. I don't think it's going to take him that long if he comes back. Peter Akeredolu says, good morning. I would like to share my thoughts on the recent Super Eagles squad selection. It's concerning that the coach seems to be repeating the same mistakes in player selection. I believe it is important for the coach to provide a clear rationale behind calling up players like Benjamin Taminu, Kelechi Iheanacho, Taiwo Awoniyi selection should be based on merit, and current performance rather than any other consideration. Fantastic point you raised, and I also raised the point. But let me also ingest a few perspectives to this conversation. You played 2 games against, who did we play? The last 2 games that we played. You played those 2 games. I'm trying to remember the countries that we played now. And then the coach is no longer the coach. Trying to understand the psychology of the man. He's gone back to his football director job. He's not the coach. Your NFF does not have any communication. Few days to when you need like a 2 weeks window to select players. You come back to the coach and say, hey, coach, that rumor where they talk say we want employ another foreign coach. When I lie, we're not really ready to employ foreign coach. Now you be the man. go and take over the job, what would you do? Based on current form, is monitoring other players. How many of them has he spoken to? Like, oh, guy, I'll need you to play for me. This is my idea. This is who I play. How many of them has he spoken to? What are the chances of those players, some of them coming back, sorting out their release from their club, getting visas, sorting themselves out? What is their plan? The new players that you want him to invite. Why not stick to the players that you have that have worked with you in the last 2 games? So if there is any problem with the Super Eagles, whether it's team selection or not, I don't want to heap it on the coach. Now, it's easy for everybody to blame the coach. Well, how about asking the NFF? What kind of system are they running that we've not had a substantive coach for the national team? Meanwhile, the Congress just gave the president of the FA vote of confidence. What kind of system are we running? Name another club. Southgate left the England national team. They brought in a coach and say, you are the interim. But based on certain things that we're looking for, based on certain criteria that we're using to judge the indices, is team chemistry, team bonding in the team, there's a proper harmony in the team, you will get the job. So Lee Carsley knows that I am working to take this job. Italy, what's the coach? Mancini left. They brought in Spalletti. You see, the transition is easy. The German national team, the Dutch national team, all of the other national, even in Ghana here, the Benin Republic, Togo, all of these coaches, all of this national team, they have their coaches. You don't have a national team coach. You want a person who is a journeyman, who is pay as you go, a pay as you go coach that comes in, daily labor work. Because that's what we're doing. If we're going to be honest, let's not bend words to please or impress anybody. We're too old. I'm 45. I'm going to be 46 in 2 months' time. I'm too old. I've crossed that Rubicon where don't say it so that they don't. Even when I was younger, I don't bend my mouth to say things. So we're past that stage. You now have a pay-as-you-go coach. This is the only national team in the world, not even St. Kitts and Nevis or Trinidad and Tobago or Jamaica that have McLaren, have a pay-as-you-go coach. We have a pay-as-you-go coach. It's not on a contract. He doesn't have a salary. He doesn't, on a day basis, he doesn't do it 9 to 5 as a coach of the national team. Bro, think about it now. We know who to blame. Oh. We just want to blame the national. Oh, they're the weak one. That's what we do. Africans, that's what we do. Oh, who are the weak people to attack here? It's your FA chairman, FA president that you're not calling to task. Because I can tell you for free, like the other time when we released the team list and they put the picture of Labadia, and I said on this show that I bet my life this coach don't know any of these players. He doesn't have anything. People say, oh, Edafe, you're too hard. The demand become our coach. No, out of nowhere. This government and the talk, we're in good talking terms. So when I told Eguavon 2 weeks ago that Eguavon, forget all this one. Now you go coach the national team. You know what he tell me? He said nobody don't tell him anything. They say no sure they won't get to Igbo coach. I said, Eguavon, may you not go prepare for the national team. The Libya match, now you go coach the 2 match. He was not ready 2 weeks ago. He wasn't sure. So it's not Eguavon's thing. This is the list that is available. At best, is the secretary, Daya Nebiacho, that, this is the list we have. These are the players who can communicate with. These are the players that we can easily sort their flights and their logistics. Let them come in, and then we continue with what we have. Find a way to manage it. Not the Nigerian team, the Nigerian coach, the coach team. Bro, there is more to Super Eagles than just the way you think I'm on. But just say was a Fabregas. That guy was a menace with passes. EPA had good pinpoint passers, then Stevie G, Lampard, Fabregas, etc. So all about you say Calafiori done the free Martinelli and his game done the change. Maybe when Marino picks up Martinelli will be on goal spree. Lucky Ogale says, I love how you set the bar high for yourself. Very inspiring. Thank you very much. Robert Matson says, good morning, Elevator. Good morning to you. Kindly enlighten me why Pogba convicted for dope. Is it normal among players and they don't always get caught? So this Pogba thing, people always make. Remember that the game that Pogba was tested for, he didn't play that game. He was on the bench for 90 minutes. Was randomly selected, and this is what I think that. This is not fact. I can't prove this, but I think I have poetic license. I've stayed long enough to create insinuations. I felt like the Juventus were not getting the money that they were looking for, and they were looking for how to terminate Pogba, and so they nominated him for selection. Because again, the vitamins I was given to him by the club, right? The club doctors, and when he took it, that's when the whole reaction happened. and he was selected. I agree that players get picked from the bench, but it's a very rare occasion. But 20-something players played on the field. You don't pick any one of them. You pick the one on the bench who didn't come in the game. That's suspicious. In my own, like if I really want to create a conspiracy theory. Then after that, he got banned. And then he fought it. I like what he did. Because you can fight when you know you've not done wrong. When you know, like, I'm not in the wrong. And then he went it the step by step. That's why I said that Pogba is a very intelligent human being. People always want to talk about the noise around him. He's a very intelligent. One thing he did was go do all of the lab tests, all of the checks to prove that look, Oga, I'm not a dope. I don't play football for long and I've done many checks. And then again to prove that now see the medicine, these vitamins, now the club, now they give me, now club doctors prescribe them. I not just go over the counter, go take them. I'm not here for TikTok, say this thing they work. Apricot doctor, I can't go take them. Now club doctors give me. But they say now your body never say, so they must say you must face the ban. Okay, but these 4 years I'm not taking it. It went and push. First thing when you know that okay, something is wrong with the ban was that the fine that they gave him was eliminated, was removed. But now that and this is where I'm bringing my conspiracy theory from, that Juventus know what they are doing. Immediately they announced the lift of the ban. Juventus are now initiating move to terminate his contract. Why did they terminate his contract? Right? Rather they he's coming back. We'll go start to the plan again. The guy don't come back. We don't win. So they want to terminate it. So that's my whole conspiracy. Now the second question, the follow-up question, whether all players dope. Players don't dope. The thing about doping is, bro, you don't see that tennis player now. Something when he touch. When he physio massage the person they massage him, take medication, come their hand, touch his body, the thing called enter his body. They agree, see now the name. They agree, say he no dope, but they are discussing his ban. So they think about drug and how we discuss it. It's a very long. We're not ready here. The platform to discuss that one. It's a medical platform. We're not ready because they don't give education to people who do not have capacity to receive it. It's like me teaching my 5-year-old calculus. They do not understand it. They will never understand what I'm saying. The grammars, the formulas, and everything will be too much. So this platform would not be able to break it down, all of this drug. But we could just chip in, touch on the surface. And in cases like this, one of the things that I like to do is bring in an expert. Expert, come and share professional opinion on this so that we know. But I know that Pogba is not dope. However, I say Robin played in the UCF final and World Cup final. So when I mean done it is that in his first season in the UCL, he performed same at the Euros first and okay, one of two. Sims is the standard that Saka has created for himself, because if we look at what's surrounding him, Palmer and Yamal won't be able to thrive. Yeah, I mean, I don't buy that your narrative, but Palmer and Yamal, they are thriving where they are, and Palmer is playing in a team that is living in chaos. Palmer came to Chelsea at the time. Any Chelsea fan in the last 20 years will tell you that this is one of the worst Chelsea teams that they've had. But even the best Chelsea team have not produced players scoring the numbers that Palmer is scoring. So is it by accident that he's the first player in the history of the Premier League for over 30 years to score 4 goals in the first half of a game? It's not by accident. These are things that he has naturally in him. Local Gale says Musa is injured with his CV. He can get a club outside Nigeria. In fact, they are both injured and recuperating. It was a short loan, maybe to tune up for the next chapter. Thank you very much for that update. Olafa says Sims is the standard that Saka has created for himself, because if we look at what's surrounding him, Palmer and Yamal won't be able to thrive. I don't know what the standard is anyway. Sawalu Babajide says, Baba, do you know you are giving some sports news outlets something to nib on? I saw an online platform lifting from a Akpobere interview. You are a trailblazer, giver of quality news. Thank you very much for that. And the last one, Olafa says, I thought the NFF president was celebrating 2 years in office and saying things he's done be like them need wipe Ibrahim Gusu Abi waiting be his name. Well, he's done 2 years on the job and they gave him a vote of confidence, which is good. I've done almost 2 hours on the show today. It's crazy. Thanks to you guys. Thank you very much, everybody, for being on the show. If you've not subscribed, do what to subscribe. To my people in Taraba, Nagore, say so. Yes, and to my people all over the world, thank you very much. God bless you. Let's do this again tomorrow. Keep pushing the channel. I guarantee you guys that one day, one of the things I'm telling you guys every day, and I keep saying this in every day, one day we would show to the rest of Nigeria and probably Africa that the media actually is the most powerful tool that a nation can have. America is as powerful as their news medium, and the news media start from CNN, MSNBC, Fox, Hollywood, and the rest. What tells your story? The people, the medium that tells your story is very key. But what we do with the proceeds that come from telling those stories is another key thing, which we've not learned to do in this part of the world. My name is Edafi Matches. You love to come in the Lebanon Sports. Lucky Gale say, can you watermark your interviews, put them on downloaded platform for more publicity? There's watermark on all of my interview, but the kind of watermark that you people are asking for. So, first off, people growing up in mediocrity always end up doing wrong thing and making it look right. If you look at everybody want that kind of watermark where you put it across your chest, your logo is there. Have you seen any CNN video online that is like that? ESPN, TNT, Amazon Prime, CBS, all of those videos. People, they mock us. Somebody make a tweet this morning. I said a tweet this morning where I'm posted four pictures. And somebody came out carefully, said that in the, I have seen this post by Raheem Sterling. I'm just adding I've signed up. Nobody's complaining of using pictures without permission, but if it is in Nigeria, you will see the photographer complaining. But I had to go underneath and educate him as well. That look, over there are club official photographers that take these pictures and give to the players to post, because the club own the image right to the players. So they give the pictures post and boost your image, because the boosting your image also boosts our sales and all our brand. Good, but we don't have that yet. So if a photographer go and take a picture, they put a big watermark. I don't do that, because I always believe that as best as I can, there's something called best practice. And I've seen that guy called One Jobless Boy posted it and he got 333,000 engagement. And Austin Okon, my guy, called me. He was boiling. I said, Austin, calm down. This guy. I don't do interview with Brill and Lift to go do for their website. Put and finish, come right, say why speaking to our correspondent. After that, come right on the bottom of that interview, say nobody should use this interview without the copyright notice from us, permission from us. For interview where you not do, but it's one of those things. I've seen top journalists take my work, put them on their page, no credit, no mention. So it's not about whether I put watermark. It's just about respect, professional ethics, and all that. I remember when I was in Brilla, when I did sign that, I go mention Totori Masters, the guys who bring in the reports. No other person was doing it there. It became a problem because they were angry that I was giving credit to people that they are paying to be reporters. And I was like, but if it was a film, all their name will show for the end credit. Why can't I give them credit for the job that they do? Everybody who listens to a station knows that not be only you put all this package together now. Why is it a problem? I'm just giving you that. There is something about us that is crime in nature. We like to be criminals. One politician, I was sitting with one politician when they were talking, and he said something that, although I don't like politicians, but it made sense. He said, Edafi, you might be a good guy, but ordinarily, the average Nigerian is some people who are in position that are stealing and the ones that are waiting for their turn to come and steal. And it made sense. So sometimes, no matter what we explain or how you talk about it, professional video should be professional video. And when I do my work, I'm looking at it like, I'm going to be judged by the Martin Tylers of this world, the great people in the industry. And they look at my work and I'm like, okay, this is how it should be done. I'm not going to put watermark across my chest. There's that nobody. Nah. Let people take it, my brother. Let people take it. In the words of Akim in Coming to America 1, we're in New York now. Let them wear a rare robe. Let's dress like New Yorkers. I may not have the numbers, but I will not break professional rules just because I want to hold on to something now. People now put proposals, ideas for Google, for YouTube, for Wiki, for online, so that you go feel learn from them. They never put their name. You go take them, copy them. Not possible AI. You want to write proposal, and you write the topic. You go write and you go download that for you. So more leave them. People want to make that if this channel go grow. How I go Kingsley says, I just feel this timing also limit us. Like I'm fortunate today because I'm not working. Please find a favorable time for this, boss. Okay, tell me what the favorable time. I shifted this show to night. Now only 4 people via me. I did it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, night, 4 people. So when is the favorable time? Favorable time is the live show is not even the problem, to be very honest. When I put quality interview out, you can watch it anytime. Why are people not engaging it and commenting? Some people, they can't come your WhatsApp, they can't tell you, they'll screen grab them, send them to you. I just watched this interview, very nice. I said, bros, why you not comment this comment now for the YouTube? And sometimes you just don't want to put your name out there. Nah, pon. A brilliant interview of an ex-international Napon. You don't want to put your name there. My brother, I'm not going to leave this matter. I'm not going to have a great day. I'm going to prepare for my next show. Thank you very much, guys.